Well, hello and welcome. It is time once again to try to fix something. And today on the workbench we have another dead PS5. Yet another. Now this one here, and I bought it as a dead one. I have not tried to plug it in and test it to see if it's actually dead or not. And I don't think I want to. I'll show you why. That when I took it out of the box, the side plate came off. This side came off. And I thought that was odd, but sometimes they come off in shipping. But I couldn't put it back on. It wouldn't go back on. So I want to show you why that is, I think. If you look back here, look at this seam right here. Look at the alignment of these ports. Something's not right. And well, look at the top of it here. That's not right. So it's not put back together right in some way. Let me get some covers off and let's see how bad this is. Alrighty then, side panels are off, and this is what we're looking at. Yeah, it looks like the fan connector is ripped and is nowhere to be found. And the ribbon cable for the LED is wound up in the fan, and there's a piece missing here. The outer cover of the fan is missing. Screws are missing. So this is very likely to be just a piece of junk. Obviously, people have been into it. You can see the security tape. But yeah, this is worrisome the way that's popped open there. Yeah. So yeah, this could be a total pile of junk. Let me see if I can get this cover off. Not too many screws in the way it looks like. So shouldn't take long. Let me get that cover off. Alright, well, that cover is off. And this is what we're looking at. That is all banged up. The antenna is all banged up. Why are these antenna leads laying over here? And something I've noticed, obviously the fan connector, if I get it in focus, is ripped. We knew that. But look at this board. See the size of the board? But according to the chassis it's in here, this is a 1215. So it should have the short boards, the 30 series boards. This is not a 30 series board. This is the full length board. So yeah, it's been forced into this chassis. Yeah. And who knows if this Blu-ray drive is even matched to this. Okay. Well, I see a lot of screws missing here, so somebody's been way into it. And who knows what they've done. The Blu-ray was not connected. The 4-pin power cable, it was missing. And the ribbon cable was just not connected at all. So put that aside. But yeah, somebody's done most of the work for us by leaving the screws out. And that one is sitting crooked. All right, it's a mess. Let me see what lies under here. All right, and we are in. Ribbon cable's not connected. There is no ribbon cable for the power and eject button. It's gone. There's no APU clamp. It's gone. I don't see any signs of soldering yet, but I think we probably will on the other side of this board. Okay. Let's get this board out. So I got the board out. It is an EDM10 board. There are no screws in the base plate here or the heat sink. Nothing. A 400 DR power supply shoved in here. So yeah, this is a pile of parts. Let's find out if we have a working motherboard. Let's see if we can check the current draw on that. Well, I have the circuit board out and on the bench all by its lonesome here, and I've got polarity connected properly, I think. Still don't see any signs of rework. It may yet reveal itself, though. Let's see how much current draw we get off of this board. Focus. Focus. All right. 218 and hanging. And okay. Is that familiar? I'm not sure. That is obviously the south bridge is trying to do something, talk to something, and it's not responding. Now, what is it? Is it going to be the Wi-Fi module right there? Problem with the SSD? I'm not sure. I mean, there's only so many things involved during that initial power on. South bridge, SSD, of course the contents of the NOR there. It does talk to the Wi-Fi Bluetooth module, and it does talk to the encoder, the HDMI encoder. So those are the areas of interest. Let's see what we can figure out. All right, so where to start? Where to start? Where indeed? I'm going to start looking at some power rails. I'm kind of curious, is it a problem with our Wi-Fi Bluetooth module because it doesn't have one of the power supplies it needs? Like this is an EDM10 board. This module will use 3.3 and 1.8. And I wanted to see if those are there. See if I can get everything set up, and we'll get rid of that glare from the microscope light. Okay. Let's just get right on some of these little tiny bypass caps around the Wi-Fi Bluetooth module. Let's see what happens when I give it 12 volts. 1.8. That's good. And what about the 3.3? 3.3. We have those. That's not the problem. Well, we know we have 5 volts because, I mean, it draws 200 milliamps, so it's got to have 5 volts. Let's see. I need to get this blue goop off that IC so I can see some stuff. Do we have, let's see, you got 5 volts coming in. Do you have this 3.3? Yes. This 1.15? Yes. Just 1.8? No. Where's the 1.8? There's 2 volts, 1.98. Where's the 1.8? I think that's it right there on pin 6. Let me cycle the power. I'll turn the power back off and bring it back up. 3.3. That's not what I'm looking for. I was looking for the 1.8. Try that again. 1.15. That's the same as over here. Where's that 1.8? Not sure if there's an easy place to get on this model. Let me get the microscope cranked up. Get where I can see the microscope. Okay. Does the microscope want to play today? All right. I believe it was pin 6. Yeah, they don't bring it out to a test pad, do they? I think they do on some of the later models. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. 1.8. 1.81 to be exact. So it is there. Sorry, wasn't exactly in the picture, was it? So yeah, 1.8 was there. Yeah, so they're all there. So what about what about our SSD voltages? I tend to think they're there as long as it hangs like it does, but we need to check them. They won't be there now because it's kind of gone idle. Turn the power off and back on. Should be 1.2, 1.2, 0.8, 1. That's 2.5. This is 1.2. They're all there. They are all there. Okay. Maybe we should just resort to reading the codes. Has anybody read the codes? Let me look at the take the power off. Let me look at the leads, the contacts for that. Yeah, right there. I'm going blank. Yeah, no one has soldered to those points, so they have not been read. It's strange. Most of the, well, all the contacts are still there for the fan connector. That one's kind of flopping in the breeze, but they're still there. I'm amazed they're still there. So let's get some wires onto these points. We'll read the codes and just see what that leads us to. All right, well, I am connected and the codes have been read, and this is what we're looking at. Yeah, a little bit of everything there. We do have some was it failures of the Wi-Fi module, possibly, and or SSD. So, yeah, which one came first? Well, the earliest one is that SSD failure, and then a Wi-Fi short showed up. So, yeah, this should be an interesting one. Do we have more than one problem? I hope not. So we have errors related to the SSD and the Wi-Fi Bluetooth module. So I think what I'm going to do first is, I think I'll swap this out. Swap out the Wi-Fi Bluetooth module. It's the J20H100. I think I have a donor right here. So I'll take that off, reball it, and replace this one and see if our errors changed anyway. I'd like to see if that Wi-Fi Bluetooth error goes away and if our current draw changes. So let's get to it. Well, our Wi-Fi Bluetooth module has been changed out, and we are ready to check our current draw now and see if we've made any progress in this PS5. That looks right. What kind of current draw do we get now? No change. Still hanging 219. That's no change whatsoever. So, SSD? Very likely. Very likely. Alright, well, I decided to clear the errors and read them again after applying power to the board, of course. And there's only one error now. The Wi-Fi Bluetooth error is gone. We just have this SSD error. So, yep, I'm going to say that maybe that Wi-Fi module was bad. I'm not sure. Kind of strange having two separate and unrelated problems, but so I think we need to change out the SSD controller, because we did check the voltages. The voltages are there, the 1.2, the 0.8, 2.5. They're all there, so the chip's got what it needs to run. It's just not working. So let's try that. So we have now swapped out the SSD controller. Is that going to make any difference in the way this thing tries to start up? Polarity is right. Let's find out. Give it 12 volts. Yes, 312 milliamps and come back down. It was the SSD controller. And maybe the Bluetooth Wi-Fi module also, because they both had errors. I find that very strange though, but yeah, they both had errors. I think this board will turn on now. Let's get it back in the chassis. Well, I got to find a chassis that actually fits in properly. Let me work on that. I'll find something to put it in and we'll test it. Well, I was able to locate a 1015 chassis, and I have it slipped in there. I think we're connected and ready to test this. Remember, there's no fan connector, so there's no fan. I just want to see if it'll turn on and stay on. Let's find out. Blue light. Flashing blue light. Oh, we have video. All right, we have storage repair. That's a good sign. Excellent. Yeah, this chassis had a dead APU, so it's the perfect fit for it. It's a 1015 chassis. All the ribbon cables are there. So, yeah, that's probably going to be its new home. That looks good. Now, we need to fix this ribbon connector. The fan connector, I should say. Right there. I think I have some new ones. I never tried them, but I can pull a donor if I need to, but I think I've got some new ones. And then we can find out if that's the right Blu-ray drive for this board. That's another option that could be a problem. Yeah, it looks like it's been initialized. Strange. All right, let's see if we can get that fan connector installed and check out the Blu-ray drive. And believe it or not, she's running 4.50 software. Very nice. Well, our 3-pin fan connector has been replaced. We're ready to see if it now works, and we're ready to test it. I did find another replacement 4-pin cable. I think I've got everything in place to be able to test out the Blu-ray drive. So let's get some power into it. I see some fan spin. That's excellent. So, oh, there's a disc in this drive. There's a disc in this drive. What is in this drive? Oh, Madden 22. Okay. Let's just see if we can read Madden 22 then. I didn't know that was in there. Connect the, all right. User 1. Will she read the drive? Well, I suppose it will, because Madden 22 is what's in the, is what's installed. All right, I'm going to say that is the correct drive. Excellent. So, all right, we have a fully working 1015 on firmware 4.50 with a working Blu-ray drive. That's a win. Let me get it finished, cleaned up, and putting the covers back on it, and we'll give it a good test. Well, this PS5 is fully reassembled. I've done a little cleanup on it. I've got a Madden 22 Blu-ray disc in there right now. It's reading it fine. She's running. She sees my Wi-Fi access point. Everything seems to be perfect. So I think she will live to see another day. Well, I hope you liked that one. Thought it was somewhat interesting, educational, entertaining, any of the above. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in that very next repair. Bye for now.